Welcome back to Paranormally Correct. I'm your host Sarah, and today we're doing a little paranormal news roundup. Lately there have been quite a few interesting paranormal news stories circulating on the internet, but they're all kind of short. They didn't really merit their own individual videos. So I thought what I would do is just collect a few and then compile them into one normal length video instead of making a dozen little short 30-second long videos. So the first story we're going to talk about I actually think is a really cool paranormal story. This one is actually kind of old. This is from around the first or second week of February. Astley, as in Rick Astley, as in Never Gonna Give You Up Rick Astley Castle. Paul Sanders, he was just out shooting some photos and videos of this particular location, and he captured what he believes is a ghost. And I'm gonna be honest, like, it really looks like a ghost. And I'm gonna show you the clip in just a couple of minutes and we're gonna talk about it. So first, a little bit of backstory. Sanders is actually also a tour guide at this castle, and he captured this completely by accident, just totally incidental, which is super cool, which really makes me think that, you know, there's some paranormal authenticity here. He captured what looks like a woman in at least a red top and maybe a black skirt. They're calling it the Lady in Red ghost, but she's not, you know, wearing like a solid red outfit, but it's a very bright red top. And I think that's what makes this so cool, is because if you look at the environment, because it's all like earth tone colors, right? It's out in a field, but there's nothing really to justify that bright red fabric. To me, it actually really looks like a woman in a red top with a maybe dark colored, possibly black skirt, just standing. Maybe you'll see something completely different. It's really interesting because, like I said, there's really nothing in this environment that would, you know, kind of create like this pareidolia optical illusion. If it had been any color besides red, maybe. And then what's even more interesting is because she disappears, you know, that immediately kind of gets you thinking, well, if this is a person, where did they go? They couldn't just vanish in this bright red top, right? Like, you would see someone in that color clothing pretty easily, especially, you know, where it's kind of flat here and there's not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot of colors for this to get jumbled. It's just so cool. And the red is what really makes this seem authentic. I think it's probably a ghost, honestly. That's my personal opinion. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about it. Every decade or every few years kind of has its moment where somebody sees like a little creature, like a little paranormal, unexplainable creature, right? Like, we've had the night crawlers, if you remember those. Hopefully I can find a clip and stick it in here. The night crawlers that look like pants. I forget what year that was. It was quite a long time ago, I think, like maybe 10 years or more. And then we had the do you guys remember the intruder with the thing on his head that I mixed into a video a couple years ago? It was actually pretty funny. It was clearly somebody's kid. A lot of people were like, holy cow, this is paranormal, but it wasn't. It was like a neighborhood kid. And then, oh God, what else? There's been so many different videos. The Duende actually made a video about the Duendes. A lot of people say that they see those running around in their houses and their yards and stuff. But every few years, it seems like somebody sees a little creature and, you know, people are like, is it an alien? Is it a gnome? Is it, you know, a pesky neighborhood kid? Like, what's going on here? Well, we have a new one, basically, is what I'm getting at. So this story is from late February, and this was captured by a woman named Melissa Braum. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so I apologize. But she was out walking her dog and taking photographs just for no good reason. And she captured this. If I remember correctly, she, you know, like so many people, was like, oh, I was just taking pictures and I didn't notice this till later. And that's a totally legit thing that happens a lot with especially paranormal photography. And, you know, sometimes you can get photobombed by a guy with no pants on. And like you won't know until you're looking at the pictures later. So completely believable scenario. It's happened to me myself, as I'm sure it has many others, but she did not get photobombed by a guy with no pants. She got photobombed by what appears to be a tiny gray alien is the only thing. I don't know if other people are saying that that's what they think it is. It's what it looks like to me. Actually, I think what other people are saying is that this is a whole big giant load of bull. To me, I think what she was going for was little bitty gray alien, and I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. The first thing I did when I saw this picture was like throw it into Photoshop real quick and then, you know, try to look at it and see if I could see any telltale signs of manipulation. I don't think there's any manipulation. A lot of people are saying that they think it's just Photoshop. I don't think it is. And the reason I say that is because when you kind of like change the exposure levels and stuff, you can see that this object has dimension to it. My guess is this is a toy. It is definitely a three-dimensional object. The question is, what is this object? Somebody out there can identify this, I guarantee it. Somebody knows what toy this is. And I say toy because to me it looks like an action figure. It kind of looks like it bends in the same places that action figures tend to bend, like the elbows and like the knees and hip joints. But you never know, stranger things have happened, but this is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Has anybody been keeping up with the Mars rover by any chance? I've been trying to read a little about it ever so often and, you know, try to see the latest news on like NASA's website and stuff like that. And they've got some videos, of course. And something really funny this is hilarious. Something really funny happened not long ago, well, shortly after it landed. I'm guessing this came from the place where most bull on the internet comes from, which I guess is 4chan, as far as I know. Wherever it came from, it disappeared really fast, and I haven't been able to find this picture again, and I didn't save it the first time I saw it because I was too busy laughing at it, and then I got distracted and I closed the window. But I'm sure it was probably a Photoshop job, who knows, but I have to mention this. If you're paying attention to like the updates about the Mars rover, they posted one picture, which is like a really wide, skinny panoramic image, right? And in this image, somebody zoomed and zoomed and zoomed like a gazillion times until they zoomed into this little crevice on the side of the rover and found a fly. There was a fly just hanging out, chilling on the corner of the rover. Now, I will say that after I was unable to locate this original alleged fly picture, I did go and look up the panoramic picture on NASA's website, and I took the picture and I put it in Photoshop and I tried to zoom, but it's so pixelated by the time you zoom in that much, you can see that there is actually like a black dot where they said that the fly was allegedly hanging out, you know, doing that. Why did I do that? I'm gonna have to cut that out in editing. So there is a black dot where they claim that the fly is sitting in this picture, but when you zoom into it like a gazillion times, it's just a little cluster of black and gray pixels. So I don't know who was able to res up this image to the point where they could see a fly. I don't know. It was ridiculous, but my God, was it funny. But while we're talking about the Mars rover, I think it's super interesting. Holy cow. Matt must have the treats out. Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Would you bring Bean in here?
Yeah.
And let me film him for a second? Come here and be in my video, Beanie Weenie. What were you screaming about?
I went in the garage, and when I came back in, I squatted down and talked to him. He's just like, blah, 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 blah.
So you all might remember him from Instagram when he was a little tiny bean, and now he's a big old huge bean. Oh God. Oh, come on, say hi to the camera. Back to NASA. So I was going to mention, I thought this was really cool. I don't know if you guys are interested in this stuff, but NASA released a video of audio that they recorded on Mars. And I thought that was kind of neat. And I don't know if you guys might want to check it out because it's kind of cool. It says it's the eerie sound of the wind blowing across the surface of Mars. This is really cool. They have 3 new audio clips from Mars where you can hear like just the ambience, you know? Let me know if you're keeping up with the whole the Mars drama. It's not drama. It's not drama, obviously, but you know what I mean. Getting to the coolest of the Mars stories that I wanted to talk about in this video. There is a video claiming that the Mars rover captured a UFO. And it basically just says, Curiosity That is not the sound of Mars. That is the sound of thunder. Holy cow. So this says, Curiosity rover spots mysterious UFO zooming across the red planet's horizon. And I think this is a pretty interesting clip. Is it real? I don't know. I have no idea. I just think it's cool, and I thought you guys might want to see it. So let's check that clip out real quick. I mean, I think it's pretty visible. You know, I don't think that you could really argue that there's not actually anything there. There's clearly something there, but I guess the question is, what is it? Could it be debris? Could it be an asteroid? Who knows? I would like to think that it's a UFO full of wild and crazy aliens. Probably listening to that do, 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 do. All right, and last but not least, this one, I have no idea what to make of. I don't know if it's a hoax. I just want to show it to you and you guys can decide what you think it is because it's weird. Maybe it's a little too weird. You know what I mean? Maybe just a little bit too weird to be real. This came from a Facebook group where this woman claimed that her, I don't know how old, small child, we'll just say, had been kind of like, you know how kids talk to ghosts, and it's spooky and ominous, you know, and it's like you kind of have to wonder, like, who are they talking to? Do they see a person? And of course there's the age-old belief that kids and animals can see ghosts, and I definitely absolutely believe that animals can. I'm a little bit on the fence about kids, but I think, you know, it's possible. Maybe ghosts appear to kids because they know kids can't rat them out. Ghosts are pretty pesky. I mean, I think it's not outside of the realm of possibility considering what a bunch of they are. But anyway, they set up a baby monitor to see if they could capture anything because apparently this was becoming more frequent. So they captured something, and I'm going to show you these pictures and let you guys decide what you think about it. Because I really don't know. One thing that I really don't like about this post is the part where they're like, tons of orbs. But what it looks like to me is somebody in a onesie with a mask on. I feel so jaded sometimes, you know, when I see stuff like this. Like, I always want to believe it's paranormal, but there are so many people out there who are so desperate for attention. Some people will go to great lengths to hoax things. So when I see stuff like this, it's just really hard for me to believe that it's authentic. It could be authentic. It could be like a real booger monster for all I know, but It doesn't look paranormal to me. It looks like a person in a onesie and a mask. Let me know in the comments what you guys think it is or what your thoughts on it are. Along with all of the other stories in this video that we've talked about. And let me know if you like this style of video. It's just kind of like a freestyle, throwing some paranormal stories at you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, please, or thumbs down, however you're feeling today. You know, just go with it. Either way, it's engagement and I like it. And don't forget to subscribe to Paranormally Correct and stick around for more spooky content. And if you saw my last video, you'll know that there will also be some weird content that's probably not so spooky, but a little bit unusual. Until next time, guys, don't get eaten by Dogman and don't get abducted by aliens, and I'll see you later.